Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another cast by Stitch StarCraft. It's been a while that I've casted, and I am going to today bring you a game from the recent TSL4 qualifiers. Of course, well, TSL4 stands for the Team Liquid Star League. It should be no surprise to you guys. Team Liquid has held this tournament for the fourth time, starting from Brood War to StarCraft 2, and the last TSL3 was sponsored by Poker Strategy, which is sponsoring Team Eve right now. So it's a pretty cool link, I have to say, and I am really so excited to cast this game. It is going to feature one of the players from Team Eve. He is EveYekke, spawning over here as the green Zerg, and spawning across him, you might know him as Fightline in this game, but he is actually mouzProtosser, who really just recently joined Mouse Esports, and it's very cool. He's a very good player. He ranked, I think, the top 16 in DreamHack. He is definitely a very good Zerg player, so it's no surprise that he would go for TSL4. But in this game, it's a best out of 1. I'm not really sure which round it is. Maybe it's the round of 64. But it's pretty early inside the group stages, so it's not a very super awesome, best out of 3 or best out of 5 match. It's pretty much the early stages of the qualifiers, but nonetheless, it's featuring one of the players from Eve, and I'm sure some of you are pretty excited to see how one of the C players go against one of the best players from Europe, and we'll see, as it looks like EveYekke does start off with a 15 hatch. 16 hatch, and he's going to put down that 16 pool as well. And Protosser does decide to put down the 14-14. He's playing very safe. I have to say, this is one of the safest openers, because you do get the tech, you don't fall behind in tech, and you won't lose to cheese like this, because you do get your pool in time, and nothing like 6 pools or anything. This can basically counter any type of cheese, because it's such a safe build. You open up with the very normal gas timing, and you get link speed. You can apply pressure, and you can play defensively pretty well. And looks like now Protosser is going to be putting down that hatchery, so he's going to get a slightly delayed hatchery, and he's going to, of course, have a bit less production, but then once again he does get that queen faster than EveYekke, actually a lot faster. He's gonna get the queen right when EveYekke finishes his pool, because it was a 16 pool, and now we do have 4 links coming in over here for Protosser, and he's going to try to apply some pressure as the Overlord does scout that EveYekke does expand. And if this queen pops at the wrong time, it can be very bad. But 6 links in production for EveYekke, and he's going to be dealing with these links. Links might actually be able to catch a few drones here. EveYekke certainly does not want to lose a single drone in this engagement. He just wants to push the links out, and oh no, 1 drone! Ooh, it's going to get microed away, and it is going to escape. And that is a very good save. You certainly do not want to lose these 50 minerals very early in game. I mean, just 50 minerals can be, it can be quite a lot. You certainly want to use every single mineral you can in the early game, especially when it's ZvZ, where pretty much every single unit can make a huge difference. Well, it looks like we do have 6 links chasing Protosser back into his base as his second hatch is done, and now he's got his speed almost done, around 80% done. And will he put down a baneling nest? He's keeping 2 guys on gas, which is pretty special. I mean, usually you do see only 1 guy on gas, and here comes a baneling nest, a very early one. We may as well see target banes, as so many speedlings are being are out on the field, but Protosser is making 7 drones behind this, so it looks like he is going to be playing a very defensive baneling play, and that surprises nobody, because right now, I mean, EveYekke can easily just go target banes. I mean, you have to prepare for that, honestly. ZvZ, the meta for ZvZ now is pretty much, you don't get roaches as much nowadays. You pretty much go for banelings more, because they can be so effective in the early game, and you can switch to roaches much easier. They can be, I mean, banelings can just be so detrimental to you, as these lings are going to be running around inside EveYekke's base, just being very annoying. And this micro is so crazy. He's multitasking right now behind this, and he does see 4 banelings being morphed by EveYekke, and that's pretty important over there. And the lings do get chased away, so now EveYekke also has defensive banelings. Doesn't look like he wants to push out right now, and Protosser in the meantime, is starting his lane production and getting a very early layer tech. This is rather early. It's only 7 minutes mark and he's getting this layer tech, and this is actually very, very special. Will he be going into roaches? We'll just have to see. It doesn't look like he's putting down any roach warren. He's going very high on minerals, probably going to put it down a macro hatch right now, and I'm just not sure what he's doing. I mean, he is getting all his gases, so this might be Muta play, and Muta play against Zerg and a ZvZ nowadays is still used. I mean, people still use it, but it's just a bit less common. Just because now that Zergs love using infestors, mutas can be very easily taken out. But once again, you can catch your Zerg opponent really off guard if they don't go for infestors in time. Like a lot of players now just want to get a lot of roaches and start pushing, but then they see mutas pop, and it can be quite scary. But it looks like EveYekke also going for the fourth and third gas, and will he be going for mutas or will he be going for infestors? Obviously, right now Protosser is going for the fastest muta play. Already has a Spire in production as EveYekke finishes his lair tech. EveYekke is also getting +1 attack, melee attack for his lings, and also queuing another evolution chamber down. So now EveYekke looks like he's going for a third, as Protosser did put down a third quite a while ago, so he's almost 50% done, breaking down the rocks as well. So it looks like both players want to proceed into the mid-game time, as we will have mutas coming out, and EveYekke, in response to that, does he scout it? Oh, here he comes. He's gonna scout it, and he's gonna see the mutas in play, and he's gonna be happy because he's going infestors. Yes, he does see this Spire growing, and it's going to be a very, very valuable scout for him. So now, if we talk about map vision, I have to say Protosser has absolutely amazing map vision. Look at these overlord spreads, absolutely beautiful. I would say that if you catch the backside, it would be important, but compared to EveYekke's vision is absolutely so different. EveYekke has no vision, and I have to say that's not the worst thing possible, because since we do have mutas popping, mutas will definitely go hunt for overlords if they have nothing to do. And having least overlords out there, you'll lose less supply, and your overlords can stay at home with the spore crawlers much easier. But here comes the lings from Protosser, and he has to be really careful with these lings. Here he comes, and 2 banelings. Oh my gosh, huge bust over there. 1 baneling literally killed almost, I think, wow, like at least 15 lings over there, and that was a very, very, very cost-effective engagement over there for EveYekke. So very, very well done for him getting those in time, and Protosser not able to micro those lings away. So unfortunately for him, he lost a lot of lings, but in the meantime, he is saturating this third base and getting a lot of gas behind this. Looks like he really wants to commit to this muta play, but behind this, check this out, double evo, we have an infestation pit and a roach warren. So it looks like he wants to switch up to roach infestor right after this muta play. So we'll see how this muta play goes. I mean, there are a lot of mutas out now, 11 mutas. They can do tons of damage, but EveYekke's already got spore crawlers inside his bases, and here comes the mutas. How much damage are they actually gonna do? And they come into a spore crawler, and oh my goodness, every single muta getting fungled over there. Oh my goodness, 4 fungals, and they're all gone. This is so bad right now. Oh no, every single muta dies. Oh my gosh, that is a very, very unfortunate play, and EveYekke, I have to say, making the second great play in this matchup. Already being able to take out so many lings with 1 baneling, and now taking out 11 mutas with infestors. He is just playing a very high tier game right now. He's catching everything that Protosser is throwing at him, which is absolutely vital because Protosser invested so much into the mutas, and now losing 11 of those, he's going to suffer really in the tech tree. And now he's getting roaches, and EveYekke actually sticking with lings and infestors, already getting the hive tech, and this is very, very special. He's probably gonna go ling, bling, ultra, and infestor, and pretty much the window for Protosser to attack is really, really small, mainly because he used those mutas. And because he used those mutas, his roach tech is very behind. Check this out. He doesn't even have roach speed. He has no upgrades on these roaches. No upgrades whatsoever on anything. Just starting +1 when EveYekke is already on the +2 armor and attack for his lings. So you can just see how Protosser is really suffering from this. But he has a lot of roaches out here. and he can do a lot of damage. Pretty much the only way to catch this Ling Bling Ultra tech is you have to attack with roaches. You have to break him before he gets his ultras, but this is just really challenging for ProTosser right now, mainly because he just spent too much resources on those mutas, didn't do enough damage, only killed off one overlord and nothing else, and that really just doesn't really help him at all. He needs to at least supply block EveYekke enough for him to get this tech back, but he didn't do that, and we'll just see how he moves on from this game. It's not GG yet for sure. I mean, you know, in ZvZ, you make one mistake and you can screw yourself up so bad. So we'll just see how EveYekke proceeds on. Will he play it safe or will he play it risky? As he does start his +3 so far ahead in upgrades, I have to say, EveYekke. Here he did get his pathogen cleanse and no neuroparasite, nothing like that. But yes, we do have Ultralisk Cavern over here, and it looks like right when the Ultralisk Cavern pops, ProTosser is going to attack, and this is good. This is a very strong attack, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lot of roaches, I have to say. That is 39 roaches, but EveYekke having his own 34 roaches, and ooh, this is a very good roach force. Will it at least pick off one infestor? Yes, it does. The infestor had a bit more than half energy, and that's very important to pick off infestors like that. And now ProTosser also having his own infestors in the field, and I really like this sort of play, throwing down little sizes of roach armies and trying to pick off infestors. It's a very smart type of play. It looks like he does burrow his roaches over here, and it's not bad because he also knows where EveYekke's army is, and he'll see when to engage. And here he comes with some nice fungals. Oh my gosh, fungaling so many banelings. Very good play over here by our friend ProTosser, and it looks like ProTosser is going to start aiming for an engagement. He really wants to get the concave, and here comes EveYekke, and oh, the banelings do set off on the 3 roaches, but here comes the engagement, and a huge engagement. I have to say, ProTosser has a very nice concave over here, and it just depends on the infestor control with the fungals, and it looks like ProTosser, is he going to take this? Looks like he is, but ultras are popping, and it looks like ProTosser does push through EveYekke's defense, and this is really bad. And now the infestors, without any burrow, cannot run away from the roaches, and these roaches are absolutely catching up with the infestor. Kills, oh, nice transfuse on the infestor, but it does still get picked off, and that was a huge play by ProTosser. I have to say, I was surprised how he broke through that. With only 4 infestors. He was not high in infestor count, but his concave was just absolutely beautiful over there. But EveYekke is not out of this game with the Ultralisk Cavern and with the higher upgrades. EveYekke can really pull this back, but once again, ProTosser is the one with the ranged attack upgrades. EveYekke does not have ranged attack upgrades. He has 0 right now. He's still getting melee attack, and it all depends, because EveYekke, see, both players are on the same amount of bases, and pretty much the mining has settled and the tech has settled. So there's really just not much difference right now. I mean, after the amount of damage that ProTosser did the last attack, I mean, absolutely he's brought it back to even, because it's lowered so much, especially the infestor count. That was a lot of gas from EveYekke, and check this out, now he has no infestors on the field, and it's so much harder to engage with ultras if you have no infestors, because there's nothing that keeps these roaches in place for the ultras to chop away. And here comes EveYekke. Oh, coming in with the ultras at the front. The pathing is not too good, but Lings coming in here with the surround, and oh, this is a very good engagement coming down for EveYekke. These infested Terrans going to try to be a wall, but this concave for EveYekke is absolutely brilliant, and ultras just doing so much damage, tanking so much damage, and now ProTosser is forced to pull back, targeting these ultras down, already killing 2, so nice job over here by ProTosser, killing the 3rd ultra now. But then these roaches at the back are just completely chopping away on ProTosser. But the thing is, these roaches have no attack, and that's the thing. They're not killing these roaches fast enough because they have no attack upgrades. So here comes, looks like, I honestly think that ProTosser has a very good chance to defend this. I mean, infestors are out for him, but more ultras coming from the back for EveYekke, and now this looks really scary. These roaches are just living for way too long, because they still have that +2 armor, but these ultras is going to get target down. Very nice positioning from ProTosser, and it looks like he defends this. Very nice defense over there for ProTosser. Was really close. He almost lost it, but thanks to his upgrades on his +2 roaches, he really helped that off, and EveYekke realizes he really needs that +1 attack, so he's going to start researching that. But now EveYekke, both players on 5 bases, and we take at the drone count, EveYekke is on 75 against Protossers, 79 now against Protossers 68, and we did have a small run by over here, for our friend Protosser over here, and into the 4th, and looks like it did clear out quite a lot of drones. And here comes the 2 roaches once again, gonna come in here and try to do some damage. And now fight line, I mean Protosser is starting his +3 and 3 on his roaches, so he's catching back up in upgrades, but he still doesn't have that tier 3 tech. He's still on tier 2 and tier 1, whereas we do have ultras for EveYekke, so I have to say EveYekke right now still in the tech lead, and this is actually going to help him. I mean, as long as he starts getting maxed out at this point, he can really put up a fight against Protosser, because Protosser now is maxed out and he wants to attack. He's got a small roach force over here by the west side of the map, and it looks like he might be attacking in the 4th, but if he scouts the 5th, it's going to be even better because it's further for defense as he pushes out into the middle as well. This is a very neat double prong attack, but will he have the army to engage EveYekke? We'll just see. He's got a lot of infestors on high energy counts. All he has is roaches, and oh no, the infestor burrowing at the wrong time in the front, and beautiful fungals over there for EveYekke, keeping the roaches in place, and another one, and it looks like EveYekke able to deflect this, and as we do have that counterattack coming in for Protosser, but the Spine's in a good position, taking out a lot of roaches by itself. The roaches do take out the hatchery and do a hit and run scenario as EveYekke comes into the 4th and wants to trade right now. Oh, he might be even to take out the 5th, as he does see all these drones hurrying back to the 5th base, and now EveYekke knows that there is the 5th base, and this is going to be so good right here. Oh man, this engagement is really nice for EveYekke. We'll just see if Protosser is able to deflect this, as he's got a lot of roaches in place, but oh, the roaches holding the ramp. Ultra's going to come in, not allowing the roaches to come back forward defense. The 5th is going to get taken out as the roaches are clumped up, and they do get fungal growth. A beautiful fungal growth over here by EveYekke. Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing. Clears out all the roaches. Man, that was a very good play, I have to say. But now the Overseer is going to come in here, and the roaches are going to get cleaned up. I have to say, EveYekke's playing a very excellent game, and I just do not see how after losing the 4th and the 5th, he is going to stay in this. I mean, Protosser is just not going to have the production. We have 6 Ultras in production and 14 more Lings. This is absolutely crazy. We're talking about a 3-3 army, very highly upgraded, and now almost +2 on the roaches as well, and trying to transfuse that little roach. Oh wow, that little roach had a lifetime there, but it does, and all good things come to an end, and Protosser looks like he's gonna lose this game by from EveYekke. And wow, EveYekke taking out a game off the top 16 DreamHack player, Mauzu Esports Protosser, man. But just spoilers, I mean, this is an old replay, but just a spoiler, EveYekke did not make it through after this round. He lost to a Smurf, I think it's a Protoss Smurf, and there is Protosser. GG, well played, and he's gonna say okay, and that's pretty much it. And that is a very crazy ZvZ. Absolutely great game, and Protosser, of course, being a mannered guy himself, he wishes EveYekke best of luck in the rest of the tournament. And I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. It was quite a ZvZ, I have to say. Man, there was some very exciting moments in this game. And once again, I am Stitch Starcraft from Team Eve. I'm a caster / manager here. And if you guys have any questions about Team Eve, definitely just post it on our Facebook, tweet us about it, or you can even ask me about it. We have some exciting things coming up. We have an Eve Cup coming in very soon. I don't have any, concrete information. All I know is it's going to be around July 14th Southeast Asian time, and we're also going to have, well, we scheduled a show match with Evil Geniuses in Control and Machine. We did have Eve West and Strafe playing against them, but it did have to get postponed. EG's got a lot on their schedule, and I can't blame that. So we'll give you guys new updates when we find a date for that, and we also have a few show matches. That's going to be including Yekke. We're in touch with some players around the world from Complexity. No spoilers. I'm not going to announce anybody just yet because we haven't got concrete information, and I don't want to build your hopes up. But we do have some very, very interesting things coming up, sponsored by Poker Strategies, man. So yeah, we've got a lot coming in from Team Eve's side, and if you guys like it and if you guys want to support it, like our Facebook, follow our Twitter, and of course support me as a caster, and I'll see you guys next time.